Broome is a pearling town at the western gateway to the Kimberley region and is situated in Western Australia's far north. Broome has a rich history and is considered the home of the pearling industry in Australia. The mining boom of the 1960s, as well as the growth of the tourism industry, has seen Broome develop and diversify. Our home away from home in Broome is the famous Cable Beach Club Resort and Spa. As you can see by the colours, it's designed with Broome character and Kimberley style. It has various accommodation on offer, including studios, bungalows, villas and suites, world-class restaurants and of course, direct access to Cable Beach. As tempting as it would be to stay here for a few more days, tomorrow we head true north where the adventure begins. Now Christy, how good was that in the Sun Theatre?
If I have to watch one more episode of IFISH on the big screen, I will scream. Why are we here, Paul?
We are here because Broome is a very special part of the world, and guess what? Broome is the gateway to the Kimberleys.
It is.
And we are going on an amazing vessel, an incredible charter, true north. It's been our dream for a long time.
It has. I'm so excited about this trip. We fished on many things, little boats, big boats, but nothing quite like the true north. I am just busting to get on it.
See, Christy, I told you, if you stuck around with me, eventually things would go your way.
It's looking pretty good right now. Wind a concern?
Not at all, hun. It just means we don't actually have to run down the tarmac to take off.
Used to being
It helps so much. It's not until you fly over this vast country and have a bird's eye view that you appreciate two things. Firstly, how big it is, and secondly, what a stunning country we live in. There is just so much country to explore. Well, Christy, this adventure is all about experience, and this is a pretty fair experience.
Yeah, a lot of people would never get the chance to come on a light aircraft, so if you ever do, take it all in.
Because it is absolutely spectacular. After our amazing flight up the coast, we transferred into the True North chopper. And well, I'll let the pictures tell the story from here on in. Well, the adventure just continues to get better and better. A short 20-minute scenic helicopter flight over the Mitchell River, and of course the incredible Mitchell River Falls. It is just beautiful. Everywhere you look, there's another postcard. Check that out. Well, we've just arrived in absolute style on True North. They said it's lunchtime, but I didn't realise they were talking about the fish. These guys are tawny nurse sharks and they sit behind the boat waiting for a free feed. Look at this, absolutely beautiful. A fish frame in the water and they just cannot help themselves. Who would have thought? That many fish, this close, this soon. Well, this is our home for the next few days, the luxurious 50-metre True North. She is currently anchored in the Mitchell River and will take us south to the Hunter River, then onto the Prince Regent River, the famous Montgomery Reef, and onto the horizontal falls, where Christy has a little surprise for you, and then back home to beautiful Broome. Well, as you can see, the rest of the passengers are enjoying a beautiful day today, going on a heli picnic. But Christy and I, we've got the skipper of True North. We're going up Camp Creek, because what we love to do, of course, is wet a line. Let's go, Chad. So this is Spot X, mate?
Yeah, I'm hoping it's Spot X, mate. This is where the fresh meets the salt up here. We're going to get the incoming tide. It's just going to push all the way up. we're going to come through. There's also a couple of lumps in here of rocks. We might do a little bit of land base and flick over the lumps and see how we go. Righto, mate. Got a fish down here on the bottom platform. We can go boat fishing later because the tide's going to push up over the rest of the day.
So the tide will actually come up over here?
Yeah, the tide will come up all over this. And where we're going to go fishing down here at the bottom here, we'll be underwater. So, yeah, maybe later on we'll kind of jump back in the tender and do some fishing out of the tender. But for now, I reckon we kind of try and fish this deep hole, see if we can pick up some barra.
It looks very barra-y to me.
Good on you.
That is just gold.
Oh, he had another hit.
Oh, you got him! Did you have another hit, did you, hun? Well, I don't know if you can hear Chrissy's excitement, but you come back again.
You come back again and again. How aggressive are they?
They are incredible fish. Mangrove jack, they hit hard, they go hard, and they taste sensational. He's just a puppy, but he scared you a little.
He couldn't help himself. He just kept coming back.
So cool. 3 or 4 casts in paradise. There's a fish on board already. No matter how specky the location, you've still got to think about your fishing. Chrissy's got a small crystal minnow on, I've got a large one on. So I'm just going to persist for a minute. She's getting lots of follows and I'm getting very few, but my large lure might also fire up a large fish. So just keep changing lures, varying the technique, and just try and figure out what the secret is to catching a few fish here this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Got him! A jack hit it right there, Christy. Well done. I'll give you, oh yes! That's a better jack. Oh!
He's gonna smoke ya. Oh, that's a better jack.
Nice.
Is a mangrove jack, and Christy, that is the daily double.
Daily double. I'm not sure about the size. I think we need to do something about the size, but...
Yes. Oh yeah, I think mine's bigger, Dale, but I love you just as much as I did when we came. How good is this? Chad, if you can help Christy with her jack, This is a serious mangrove jack, and I persisted with the bigger lure, and look at that for a fish. That is a real Lujanna. What a cracking fish. They sit on these rock ledges, they come out, they attack everything. And at that size, it would possibly be one of the best eating fish you could ever wrap your lips around. This is a magnificent part of the world. Sometimes fishing is about getting the right angle on the spot you want. I've moved down the rock face so I can cast right in to where that rapid is rolling over and bubbling. And in theory, fish will sit there because it's good oxygenated water, nice and fresh, possibly cool. If I can just keep working this angle, I reckon that's my best opportunity to catch a fish.
Well, we always say the best time to catch a fish is within 10 minutes of catching a fish, and that certainly happened this morning. It's quietened off a little bit now, so we're changing lures, changing techniques. We'll give it another whirl, and if not, we might just move to another picturesque spot.
That's better.
Yeah!
That was that soft plastic, 4 retrieves, 4 hits. I'd say it's a jack, it's a nice jack.
Oh, Paulie.
That is a beautiful mangrove jack, look at that. I just heard Christy saying, you got to spice things up a bit. These fish are getting used to us being here. Best time to catch a fish, 10 minutes of catching a fish. So I went to a soft plastic, and that pretty much is as good a mangrove jack as you'd ever hope to catch. The perfect eating fish, and I just love it when you've got to think about your fishing. I changed to a weedless soft plastic, got it back in there, and olé, we're heading back with some lovely mangrove jack. Well, Christy, I think it's time to move.
Yeah, the water is saying so.
The ledge we were fishing on before has been totally covered, and today we've got about 8 to 9 metres of tide going to come into this gorge. So we're going to go back to the tender. We're going to do some more fishing because this place, it rocks, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
One of the things that I really love about North Star Cruises is that the True North is a custom-built vessel. She is 150 feet in length, yet she only draws 2.3 metres of water, and this allows you to get up close and personal during your Kimberley's experience. Got a really unique scenario here where we've got 9 metres of tide trying to push up over this fall, and there's a ledge there which was the waterfall when we first got here. And the best way to explain it, the dirty water is pushing up like a Hiroshima cloud, just coming up over the ledge. And there's whole schools of mangrove jacks, catfish, archerfish, just shooting in and out of that cloud and obviously trying to ambush prey as it happens. I reckon it won't be long and the barramundi will turn up. The incredible thing about this is I can see the fish, but at this stage, I just can't get them to take a lure. So I'm just gonna keep trying. I'm sure it's gonna happen. Oh, look at them there.
All right.
So how long have you been skippering True North now, Chad?
Maybe 4 or 5 years off and on. I've changed out. I started on board as a decky.
Serious?
Yeah, about 9.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even just before that, I used to take holidays from my old job and come and do a run for free.
Yeah, just to get experience?
Just to get some experience. It's just so much fun, you know. My wife's worked for the company for a long time, so I used to come out when I got the opportunity. I just love coming out here, so it's nice to have a job that you love, you know. Hey!
Hang on.
Go, girl.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? Salmon?
I
or
think-
barra?
I'll tell you in a
Little
second.
barra? Do you want the net?
I think
Oh, it's a blue salmon.
blue salmon.
Nice fish. Now, Christy, these things go nuts. I'll grab the fish grip.
I think he just proved that.
I'll get out of the way.
Bring him over. Done well, and you just had a hit on that lure.
Yeah, same spot. Just
Same
coming
spot.
across that
coming
clean,
back.
dirty water.
That clean, dirty water. Now I'm just going to lift this fish
There's
because
no other way to explain it.
yeah, they go ape. It's a blue salmon. If you eat them fresh, they are very, very good. And as you proved, Christy, very acrobatical fish, and they go pretty hard, don't they?
Very aggressive. Look at the size of the lure it just hammered.
There is no way you can fit that in his gob. Good work.
Nice one. Yeah.
There
You
it comes, here it
found
comes.
the leaping barra. Where'd he hit you?
Just off the back there. Just off the. It's only a little one, but it's a good one.
It's a barramundi, that's all that matters. And they had to be here, didn't they, Chad?
Oh look, he's swimming upside down, poor little guy. Let's get him while he's swimming upside down.
Bring him over.
How beautiful is that?
I'll just lean. Oh, look at the twist he's put in that lure. That is a magical little barramundi. Now, come here, my barra friend. I'll lift him in here, Chad, because we don't want to lose your barramundi, do we? Get the old lip grip in, because barramundi, Chad, I'll tell you a secret. They have caused me more injury over the years than any other fish. You know why?
You're making me nervous.
Look at those dorsal spines. They like to have a shake. They're pretty fish, aren't they?
They sure are, mate. They're
And-
great fun to catch,
Do you reckon they're the iconic fish of the Kimberley?
without a doubt.
So for the customers who come on True North, is this their dream that if they go fishing they may catch a barra?
Just about every guest that comes on is looking for a barramundi.
So if you find yourself on True North and you want to catch a barramundi, I'm tipping Chad, you may be the man to help.
I sure am. I hope we can help out everybody, mate. It's
Absolutely.
great fun to catch.
They call him the Barra Whisperer.
You're going to wear that forever now, aren't you?
Well, that was a fantastic session today, some incredible scenery and some beautiful fish. Now, I'm sure there's plenty of tide left in this river and a lot more fish, but we've got to get back to True North because tonight Chad is steaming 8 hours and in the morning we will awake in Doubtful Bay. Well, I'm sure you can hear the roar of the waterfall. It's King's Cascade, and it is an iconic part of your Kimberley adventure with True North. I can't wait to head downstairs and get my hair wet. Well, after that refreshing shower on the bow of True North under King's Cascade, a 100-metre climb up the escarpment to take in some of the best views I've ever seen. But after the walk, time for me to take a dip. It's pretty warm out here, but I'm loving it.
Waterfall in the Kimberley. Now, it's not every day you get to do this, but I can tell you it is a memory that I will never, ever forget.
There's no better feeling than getting up at the crack of dawn and getting onto the blue water in search of big fish. This is Ollie Oldroyd. Now, Ollie, you are one of the guru guides on True North, and today we're fishing a very, very special area.
Yeah, we're doing a bit of trolling up and down some islands near Montgomery Reef.
Now, Montgomery Reef has an interesting history. It's a very large area and lots of water flow.
Yeah, it's about 300 kilometres squared, and obviously with the massive tides that we get up here in the Kimberley, the whole reef is submerged, and then twice a day the tide comes in and out, and as the tide drops, the water cascades off the reef, and it looks like a waterfall. It's pretty spectacular.
Beautiful part of the world. In 1821, a ship called the Bathurst sailed into town, and Andrew Montgomery was the surgeon on board. Unfortunately, he was fatally attacked on a beach nearby, so they named the reef in his honour.
What we try and do is get True North next to the reef just before high tide, and then we can, over the course of 6 hours, you can see the reef slowly become exposed, and then you really get to see all of the waterfalls appearing in the gutters there.
And I was talking to Will last night, he does 20-minute scenic flights as well, and I can actually hear a chopper up there somewhere.
Yeah, I've done that flight. It's one of my favourite ones, actually. They'll cruise around looking for marine life, see dugongs, heaps of turtles, like they're everywhere. And then usually at the end of the flight, he'll fly right up, and then you'll see the whole reef system, big 300 kilometres squared system below you.
Oh yes, gotcha! That is too cool for school. And how beautiful is this? Not sure what I've hooked here, but he's coming towards me at speed. Oh, it's a little queenie, I think. Whoa, come around here, dude. And we've literally just snuck over into a shallow bay. And the thing about this bay, there's no current. And because of the lack of current, obviously the fish are just getting up in here chasing bait. And the bait's just got to get out of that raging current too. So just had to think about our fishing for a second, moved away from the reef. And it looks like a beautiful queenfish, and I think there's a few more of them here too, and hopefully some bigger predators. Check this guy out. Oh, I love them. There's literally... Oh, that was a shark. That's a very big shark. Oh, right under me. I was trying to see the other queenies. Look at the queenies flanking him, and that was a massive shark right under me. I just made a few noises like a little girl, but please forgive me. Look at the queenies there around him. It is like an aquarium down there. There's fish just hugging my... Oh! There's sharks, there's GTs, there's queenies. And this guy would be very happy to be out of the water, I reckon. Just a smaller queenie, but how is the colour of those flanks in that sun? And what a beautiful little pocket we've got now. I'm going to get this lure out of his mouth as quick as I can. He's absolutely snaffled that treble. And put you back. Tell your mates we're here. Look at the fish on it, look at the fish, there's a big one there, yes! It's just a matter of getting these fish fired up. And when you get them fired up, fish come from everywhere. And the longer you keep a fish on, the more the fish get excited. So Ollie, if I was you, mate, get another lure in the water. Just get another lure in the water. Look at these queenies all over this. And there's fish all around him. It is unbelievable. Just get a lure in anywhere, mate. Isn't it beautiful? I'll just keep this fish in the water, Ollie.
Oh, mate.
Just wind out on the surface. Oh, look at all the queenies here. Oh, there he is. Oh, look at the queenies here. They're all over you, mate. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll just take a second out of this extremely hot bite to run you through my gear of choice. It's a Shimano Biomaster Saltwater 8000. Very underrated fishing reel. I just love using it. Super, super strong. And if your budget can't quite stretch out to a Stella, this would be well worth looking at. 50-pound fins braid and a Paul Worsling Shimano T-Curve 762, 7'6" two-piece saltwater, rated 10 to 15 kilos. It literally could stop just about anything.
Oh. Yep, I'm on.
Well, we've turned this into a double, Ollie. Where am I going here?
Oi.
Oh, no. Oh, it's ugly. It's ugly. There we go. You go around that side.
Yep.
We turn into a double now. Just keep your fish out there if you can.
Oi. He's jumping.
He's jumping. Just... There's my queenie. If we can keep yours in the water, I'll try and tag team you, mate, and do the same thing again. It's a really good thing to do. If you've got a mate who can keep a fish hooked up, works really, really well. So, Ollie, how often do you actually get to have a fish, mate?
Well, we try and have a little bit of free time amongst the crew, like every couple of days, you know, we'll have a bit of a chill out time. We might go and flick some lures, try and catch some barra or go for a bit of a troll. Whoa!
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh, they won it.
Come on, come on, come on! Yes, got him, got him!
Nice work, mate.
Yes!
That is what catching queenies is all about.
It's a bigger size, this one.
Good one?
Yeah, yeah. Whoa!
How's that take, Ollie?
Oh, that was awesome, mate. Awesome. Look at him go.
He's jumping hard. I hope he brings his mates in.
All right. Yeah, he's much bigger, eh? Pretty awesome queenfish. Not bad getting it off flicking a lure like this. Normally you get them trolling, but yeah. Awesome fish. See you there, mate.
There's fish straight ahead of us, see that?
Yep,
Oh.
yep, I'm on.
Ollie, you're killing the pig, mate.
Yes.
Hey!
Hey.
Now, is he going to bring his mates with him, Ollie?
Soon find out. Yeah, another little one.
Two little ones?
Yep.
Ollie's got a fish up to the boat there and he's actually just leaving in the water for me. So I'm just dropping the plastic down and just give it a bit of a jig and lift. That's a great thing about plastics, they're so diverse. I'll just get it working through there. And Ollie's fish just try to do it then. Just get it working through the water and try and fire these fish up. Don't have to move it a lot, just get them going. Oh, like that. Oh, it's a good fish too. That was a really good lesson there because when you've got one fish on, here he goes. Oh! Activity creates activity, and it's a great thing with fishing. If your mate can leave a fish in the water, he will bring these fish in, and these fish, they get more and more fired up the more times you have one hooked up. And what I'll try and do, I'll try and keep this fish hooked up for a while. He'll hold the fish in this area, and hopefully Ollie can do exactly the same thing. And I know guys have done 3 or 4 hours on kingfish, queenfish, Samsons. Just keeping one hooked up and holding those fish at the boat because they're wondering why their mate's doing this. And fish are very inquisitive by nature, so they're always going to hang around and look. Oh, shark! Up! Look at the shark. There goes my queenie. Oh, there's another shark. 3 sharks, look at them. And that is a very, very good reminder. Never ever become complacent when you come to these areas. These waters are full of sharks, full of crocodiles. I saw a whaler before, about 150 kilos. That queenie is G-O-N-E, gone. Be very careful releasing fish, very careful picking them up. And I do apologise, Ollie. We didn't get the switch because the shark switched him for me. That was gold. What an incredible backdrop. Look at those rocks there. I was here a bit later yesterday and you couldn't even see them. The tide was up another 5 metres. There's just a nice eddy there and all these fish are just hanging in this eddy. Now, I don't know what I've hooked here. I don't think it's a queenie. It's a smaller fish. Maybe a little trevally of sorts. I went to a little metal lure just to try something different. And it is a little trevally. Now, I would have assumed there would be trevally. Oh, look at the trevally coming. Look at this. How good is this? I'll get down. Look at the trevally just busting up bait everywhere here. It is amazing. It's like a switch just goes off. When that switch gets hit, they all come up, the birds come down, you get a cast or 2, but now we know there's fish here. We'll get some more lures going. Have a look at this tiny little trevally. I'm surprised I haven't seen more trevally around the place, but look at him, just a beautiful little fish on a metal lure. I think there's thousands more where he come from. Now I've just run my big lure through there and it is not hatching the hatch. I can actually see what the fish are eating. I'm going to swap to a smaller. Watch this. I reckon this is closer to what these fish are feeding on. So I'll throw this in there and see if I have some success on this lure. Look at that straight away. And there is such a good lesson there. You're not going to always catch fish just because you can see them. You talk about fly fishermen matching the hatch. Well, that was about matching the hatch. I can actually see the bait with the spotters. They're not big fish, they're small trevally. As soon as I went to the lure that resembled the bait these fish were eating, straight away, I have fishing success. And don't ever forget that very simple philosophy and you'll catch plenty too. Well, Ollie, what an amazing morning from Montgomery Reef and all that water to tucking into this secluded bay and having that many queenies. We're almost out of lures. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
I know, we just stumbled across this beautiful little spot here and it's just been queenie after queenie after queenie.
And how are those sharks attacking that fish?
Insane.
Oh,
big bronzy.
Remember,
it was crazy.
Don't put your toe in the water. Now, what do you reckon? Back to True North for a ham and cheese toastie?
Yeah, well, you can stick with your ham and cheese toastie. I'm going to have my Wagyu steak burger, medium rare.
Looks like Ollie's moving up in the world.
We're here at the Raft Point art site, and this is a fantastic example of what is known as Wandjina art. And that's the youngest of the 3 types of artwork which we find here in the Kimberley. And it's thought to be up to 2,000 years old. As we can see up here, some of it's touched up quite recently. These Wandjinas are Aboriginal Dreamtime spirits of the clouds and the rain, and their ancestors are thought to have made the landscape and its inhabitants. So year after year they were touched up so that they could maintain their influence over the landscape.
Welcome to another beautiful morning in the Kimberley. Christy, the horizontal falls, how specky?
Very exciting, really good fun to go through. Had a great time.
Yeah, we did a little tourist thing. We zoomed up them, we zoomed down them. How was the wave and the pressure waves hit the side of the boat? She just went bang, bang.
Yeah, it just slips and slides through there. It's really good fun.
Now, every tourist that comes to the Kimberley region, they want to go through the horizontal falls, but we thought we'd do something different and actually have a fish near the falls.
As per usual, there's never a rod far away.
And it's not the norm, but we thought we'd give it a crack. Sightseers above us, sightseers over there. They're probably thinking, what are those two doing with fishing rods? Well, hopefully, it's catching fish.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're thinking.
Never know your luck in a big city. Get into him. Go!
Yeah.
Was that your first drop here?
Yeah, I just flicked the bail on my boat. It's a cod.
Oh, it's a nice cod too. Well done, Dale.
Horizontal falls cod.
It's a horizontal cod.
Hey, muck around. Hello, Mr. Cod. That is my first fish of the day, first drop, and it hadn't even hit the bottom.
That's amazing. I'm only fishing with 2 ounces of lead, even though there's about 400 knots of current just there because we found a little back eddy. And if you look at your fishing, look at your rivers, look anywhere where there's current, you'll always find that pocket. And if you find where the water slows, you'll find fish as well.
Oh, they archer fish? Look
Yep.
at all those archer fish.
And look at the brim under them, Dale.
Oh, wow.
That's actually the entrance to the horizontal falls, and Ollie is at the control the whole time. You'll see he just kicked it into gear, just in case you need to get out of here quickly. Ollie will drive us away. Is another bite, Dale?
Yep.
Ooh! Good luck, Dale.
Hang on, can I tighten that up?
Yeah, go for it, go for it. That's a better fish. Is he in the rock?
Dirty dog's gone straight. Hang on, no, I can get in.
We'll go forward, Ollie. Go forward if we can. That's it. Just slow. Just
No,
don't-
I think I've got him out. I've got him out.
Good work. Well done. I just got a bite then, Dale. You've done so well. This is a nice
The
fish.
challenge here is to be quicker than they are because there's a lot of
Oh,
structure.
what have we got? It's a coral trout!
Yeah, I
You're a
love
legend,
coral trout.
Christy! Oh,
Beautiful. That's why he went straight to the rock.
Christy
Oh,
Worstley,
love, love, love coral trout.
let me just say I am the proudest husband on the planet right now.
I think I just found dinner. Beautiful, beautiful. Isn't that incredible? In the middle of the horizontal falls, a beautiful, gorgeous coral trout.
And when you come to these areas, you want to see beautiful scenery, amazing sights. Check out the blue spots on that coral trout. Christy, I reckon we go back to True North and we show the people this fish, they will not believe it's actually real.
No, I think you're right. Spot on there, Paul, spot on.
Now, I have to ask a question, darling. Where did you get your amazing angling talents from?
It's just natural. It's just a natural thing that's happened.
Me would have been a great answer there.
I know that was
Me.
what you were looking for, but... Well, this is possibly the luckiest coral trout on earth. We've just radioed MV True North, and the chef says he's got plenty of fish there, so there's no reason to keep this beautiful creature. So back it goes.
Whoa, here we go. Yep.
Hey!
It's a little cod, but I think I've got this sorted now as another group of tourists flies over. The closer you get to the wall, the more bites you get, Christy. That is amazing. They must be just tucked right in there. They come out and ambush anything that swings past. Well, Christy, your coral trout puts a whole new perspective on the horizontal falls.
It certainly does. A great perspective, but a whole new perspective.
And all that before we've even had brekkie. That's why I love this place. Good work.
I agree.